There's an old saying that April showers bring May flowers. Well, the first part makes sense. April showers. It rains a lot in April. Check out this painting my kindergartner did of the April showers. But April showers does bring May flowers, and even some April flowers. This is a white trillium. It's the state wildflower of Ohio. It's a beautiful, beautiful flower. These leaves are a telltale sign. The dappled spots give away the name of this plant. Just like the skin of a trout fish, this is a trout lily. And when it blooms, it has this yellow lily flower. These are important to our pollinators, the same as this dandelion is. Some people see dandelions as weeds, but they're very important early spring food sources for our pollinators. The same as these fruit trees. This is a pear tree, and this is a nice little honeybee gathering pollen and nectar from the tree. Checking in with our plants again this week, we see that they continue to grow and get bigger and add leaves. At this point, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves. And I see the beginnings of leaf number 7 and leaf number 8 as well. So, good progress from our Mexican sunflowers here. You may remember that some of our flowers did not germinate. That means they didn't start to grow. I don't know why those seeds didn't grow. This one did, but these two did not. And that's all right. Sometimes these things happen, and with gardening, we just replant. So I kept my seed envelope from before, and I got some of the extra seeds out. And I'm going to put 2 of them in each cup. I'm going to push them just below the soil and cover them up and press it down. Notice they're not very deep because they're not very big seeds. Little seeds can't go too deep. There's a seashell in this cup. My daughter put it in there for decoration. I like it. So if ever you have seeds that don't come up, just try again. That's a good process. And now we'll give these another shot. And I'm going to write the date, our second date on here. Today is April the 28th. April the 29th is today, the day I'm filming. Moving down the line, here's our cilantro. These plants are growing so close together and so thick that they're not going to be able to be transplanted. See how long and thin those stems are? That's called getting leggy. It means that they've been competing too much for resources like sun and water and space. So what I'll end up doing is, since this is a kitchen herb, the cilantro will cut off here and use these sprouts, and it can go right on top of some soup or maybe on top of a taco for Taco Tuesday. And then we can replant cilantro. This is a good time of year to plant cilantro outside too. My little tomato plant. That one needs to wait until at least the middle of May before we transplant outside. Next week or the week after, we'll talk a little bit more about how to transplant. And here's another leggy plant. This sunflower has really grown long, but not very strong. I think we started it too soon. Sunflowers are a big deal summertime plant. So I think I'm going to try to transplant it outside, but I'm also going to plan to plant some more seeds this week and next week. And then they'll be ready by the middle of May or the end of May to be planted outside when they're still strong and not so tall and leggy and stringy like these ones are. Finally, 2 more plants, just because they're so interesting the way they grow. Look at this vine. It's from a bean plant. And there's the next set of leaves there. Down here is some earlier sets of leaves. You can see how much bigger they are. And they all are coming from this little plant. if I do transplant this one outside of the garden, it'll continue to vine and wrap around any sticks or poles it can reach to climb higher and higher and get more sunshine. If I keep it inside, well, that could be interesting too. I think it will grow better outside. And lastly, some of our flowers for our pollinators. These tiny little marigold plants are still quite small, but they get the telltale leaf shape of the marigold plant. You can see those jagged edges on some of the leaves. So, how is your plant growing? Okay, so for our project this week, we're going to have another element to our windowsill garden, and this is the world famous potato garden. All you need is a jar, about 4 toothpicks, a potato, and we'll need some water to add to our jar. My assistant Isaac is going to help us with our setup today, and we're going to get our potato set up in our windows and watch to see the different parts of the plant grow. First, the roots, of which a potato is a root. It's called a tuber, followed by the stem and the leaves. So to start with, we're going to put toothpicks in the potato, probably about 2/3 of the way to the top. Put a toothpick in. You need to put the toothpick in a couple of inches. It looks good where it is. Let's get the next toothpick. We'll put that one in a couple of inches too, and look, we've put it on another side of the potato. And we keep rotating the potato around and sticking toothpicks in, each time about 2/3 up. And let's put in our 4th toothpick on the kind of the 4th side of the potato there. And let's hold that potato up, give us all a nice look at how it goes. Now, let's set our potato in our glass jar, and if everything went well, the potato will be suspended in the glass jar. Oh, that is perfect. Well done, Isaac. So we're gonna mimic kind of the growing conditions for a potato. Like I said, potato is a tuber, so it's part of the root system. And all the energy stored in that potato can go to growing roots and stems. Let's take that potato out. Go ahead and add water to our jar. Let's see if we have enough water here. Pour it right on in. Oh, we're gonna need more water. Why don't you go grab some more water for us? And when we put the potato in the jar, the bottom half of the potato will be underwater and wet. And the top half of the potato will be sticking out and remain dry. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good, let's stop it there. Now let's set our potato in. Oh, a little too much water. That's all right, we'll get a towel and clean it up. Can you actually pour a little bit of that water out? Just a little bit. That's good. And this is what you want to see. You want the bottom of your potato to be in the water and the top to be out. We're going to dry off the bottom of this jar, and then we're going to set it in a sunny window. We're going to watch it for the next few weeks throughout May and see how this tuber, this root of stored energy, changes over time.